Okay, I've decided we're going to take the dangerous route here, and we're going to go ahead and just fight the boss. And for that we're making this Saki Mitama, which is something we got because we're at level 39, and you can see I'm making it because its strength is both against fire and electricity as well as ice. It is weak to physical attacks, but if I do this correctly, it shouldn't matter. I've engineered it so that it gets an ice attack by making it the Sarasvati. It also has heals, so that's very useful. And this is useful for something later, so we want to make this anyway. And it eventually gets Mediarama, which is, you know, something I can't really get to right now. Potentially later when I have higher social link, I'll make another one for that. Now, we're just, I didn't even do any grinding. I just kind of thought about it for a minute, and, well, I'm going to basically go for the gusto here, and I'm going to actually take Mitsuru with me. And as you can see, I've already added her to my party for a very specific reason, which may or may not work based on how the turn order ends up. Because the turn order is essentially random in boss fights. In any fight where you don't have an advantage, really. So we'll just have to kind of see if the boss is a favorable turn order, then we might be in good shape. If it doesn't, then we're screwed. Or partially screwed. So you can see these are these tanks. And I believe they share the name of another enemy that we've seen before.
This is no ordinary enemy. Don't let your guard down.
Although it just may be a similar name. And as you can see, Mitsuru has the great status, which is one of the reasons I reconsidered bringing her. That means she's much less likely to miss and be critically hit.
Give me a
So we're going to
sec.
scan that.
I'll scan the
We're going to look
target.
at the... Yes, that's a favorable... that's a favorable turn order there. Only one enemy goes before Mitsuru. Okay, so basically, we want to switch to our new bro. And they want to set everybody to knockdown. This will generally mean that everybody does nothing.
Understood.
But Akihiko and Baseball are there basically for emergencies. But I can't set them to heal support because it will make them attack the enemies when they have something else it could be doing. So, I'm going to knock all of them down. Or not. And these things are heavily resistant to all types of physical attacks. And they block electricity and fire damage. Okay, this is not a disaster. This is kind of, well, now it is. Okay.
The enemies return to normal.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, because Akihiko is damaged, set him to get support. And let's hope we don't screw up again. That's a good start.
The enemy is down. Now's your chance.
And we're basically going for an attrition match this time. And we're going to try to wear down the enemies as much as we can.
Now's your chance.
Now, because of the at least somewhat favorable turn order, we can actually do some of these. So we'll go ahead and do the first one. Because it's much more dangerous to do them later. So, it's pretty good. Ooh, it's got a bad heal. And we'll just hope they don't use a strike attack on me. That's alright. Let's hope she hits the enemies.
Amazing as always.
Okay, those two being down is good. If she doesn't hit this one, it's not that big of a deal. But she did.
The enemy's down. Let's
relenting here because those other two are going to get up. And she'll heal.
The enemies return to normal. Careful, the enemy's going to attack.
It's very good to know that Akihiko can't be killed by a single physical attack.
Please, be careful.
A single normal physical attack. So let's set him back to knockdown. And start on our group again. Now, one of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to do the all-out attack now because our defense is
The
weakened.
enemy is down. Now's your chance.
Here's our chance. Let's get
With the defense weakened, it's far too dangerous to do that because they have some really, really strong attacks. So what we're gonna do, what I'm gonna do is just lower one of their defenses. This one is the one that's gonna get up first. So this is the one that Mitsuru presumably is going to hit. He'll do nothing.
I'm still thinking.
Akihiko will do nothing.
I'm all out of options.
That one will get up,
Careful, the enemy's
and then
going to
Mitsuru will
attack.
hit it.
I summon thee.
Hopefully. There.
The enemy's down. Let's.
Again, we're just gonna relent here.
There's nothing I can do.
We're gonna wait until that debuff wears off, or something bad happens.
The enemy.
Because if something bad happens, that changes the plans. Oops.
You found
Go.
the enemy's weakness.
And as you see, they're getting closer, about 3/4 health now.
You found the enemy's weakness.
I've been waiting for this.
Still a bit too dangerous.
Well, I guess that's one way.
The debuffs always last for 10 turns, or 10 turns, 3 turns. So we're actually gonna wait 4 because we go first all of the time, and we want it to be off of all of our party members before we actually let them do anything.
Careful, the enemy's going to attack.
And if we do this correctly, only one of them will ever get to act. And that's basically what I meant by a favorable turn order.
So.
If more than one of them has a turn
The
in this
enemy's
cycle,
returned to normal.
when I do the first all-out attack,
Returned to normal.
that's unfavorable, and I have to basically not ever do an all-out attack until they're very, very low.
The enemy's off balance.
Well
Attack.
done.
Because Mitsuru is actually weak to fire attacks, which they can do. They can do fire
Enemy's off balance.
and lightning and strong physical
Down.
attacks.
Let's finish this.
Again, relenting.
Defense weakened. Please be careful.
And just returning the favor, we're lowering their defenses. This is very annoying if you don't do this very, very methodically, or you just overpower everything. Or get very lucky. Getting very lucky trumps everything, really.
The enemy's returned to normal.
And even if you, like, I had a very unlucky couple of first turns, but being careful made it alright.
So. I can't help.
The enemy's returned to normal.
Alright, get back up,
Careful. The enemy's going
Back up.
to attack.
and then my defense reverts to normal. Again, not going to do the all-out attack this time,
Good choice.
Um,
the enemy is down.
because everybody else's defense is still low.
The enemy's off balance. Attack.
The enemy's down.
Now, I can't actually do anything here, so, how many mirrors that I have a lot of? I got a lot of magic mirrors. I'll just throw one of those up, just in case. Can't be too careful. Actually, well, you can be
I'm still thinking.
less aggressive than you need to be, but
I'm all out of options.
in that case, you know, there's no reason to do anything there.
Careful. The enemy's going to attack.
I summon thee. The enemy's down. Let's finish.
Okay.
I can't help.
The enemy's returned to normal.
And of course, they will get up,
The enemy's
which is the reason I
returned to
didn't
normal.
follow through with the attack on Mitsuru's turn. And basically, once we kill one of these, we're in good shape.
You found the enemy's weakness.
And And since our defense is normal, we'll go ahead and go through with the all-out attack.
Good choice. The enemy is down.
Here's a chance. Let's get him. Get back here.
And then hope Mitsuru doesn't shit the bed. Now with the attack mirror up, we're still in fairly good shape. Oh, there we go.
Home run. I'm good to go.
That actually prevents that one from doing anything before Mitsu's turn.
It's still alive.
The enemy's returned
Cool.
to normal.
I summon thee.
Good. Okay. Now only one can act if she misses this one. Excellent.
You've done it.
Refrain from turning off the power.
The enemy's down. So be it. There's
All right.
nothing I can do.
We're in really good shape now.
Careful. The enemy's going to attack. The enemy's returned to normal.
The defense being reverted I don't really care about. It's kind of a placeholder thing to do. Not sure if we want to do the all-out attack this time. I think it's pretty safe. I think it'll kill those two. And then we'll just have one to deal with.
The enemy's off balance. Attack.
The enemy's down. Let's
We'll go for it.
You'll fall by my hand.
Aha.
Last one. Don't let your guard down.
Couldn't finish it off.
Oh, this might kill it.
Still
Nope.
alive.
Okay, wasn't a critical hit. We're good. This thing is dead. Boom.
The enemy's down. Let's finish. You'll fall by my hand.
And using
Shadows are getting stronger as well.
some well-designed tactics and having a bit of luck with our turn order, and having a bit of bad luck with our, well, our opening turns, but still being careful enough to recover from that. We have defeated a boss that is pretty difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Then again, that's pretty much all bosses in this game. I'm going to go down and save and pick up a new party, because this isn't the best party for grinding around here. And I will be back. I almost forgot that this is a new area, so I'm going to go up to it. Let me know if you guys don't really care about seeing the new areas when I first go through them. I figured that even though the thing is random, you'd basically like want to see the new enemies and stuff. Let me know what you think. I know that these sections can be kind of boring and I tend to ramble during them, but I think there is some merit in showing them at least once. Let's turn back on the background music. From now on, since I've shown all of them, I'll kind of randomly go through them, but I figured we'll be consistent with this session. I didn't remember to turn it on then last time. We'll see if this is a new monster. Nope. Now I know for certain that the next boss is Bad News Bears, so we're gonna have to be careful with that one. We may not do it this time. Nothing new. Oh, what floor do we need to go to find the other things? One of the reasons I decided to do the boss now rather than grinding first is because all of the things I'm looking for are either above it or can appear above it anyway. Quest. Yeah, 26. And these guys can appear anywhere in the fourth block, really. So it's better to, when you're grinding, to have as many options available for things that you want to get as possible. And in my experience, the more difficult enemies and the rarer enemies tend to appear on the higher floors more often. But that could just be, you know, confirmation bias or something on my part. That kind of thing is hard to tell without knowing the actual numbers, and I'm not much of a code diver, so... Yeah, the enemies, the tanks that are around have the exact same name as the bosses. That's weird. That does happen in other instances, like the Venus Eagles, but normally you don't see them until after you fight them as a boss, and you actually see these things before you fight them as a boss. There's nothing over there. I'm not going to bother. But, oh, it could be around the corner. Doesn't look like there's anything there, though. Because the way the fog is, though, it can be a bit deceptive. It looks like that's a wall. Yeah. Yep, nothing. Should have gone with my gut there. That could have been a bad fight if I had screwed that up. It's pretty dangerous stuff. Nothing new, though, so... We're not quite to the point where we need to be looking... Okay, nothing over here. Yeah, there are actually enemies that I never ever fight, like those Jotuns on the block before this. I never end up actually fighting one and defeating it because they're just too difficult to fight on hard anyway, in my experience, to be worth doing anything with. And when you overlevel them enough to make them easy, they're not worth enough experience to bother, so. And it's not like you get anything interesting from fighting them anyway. Turn around, guy. I do like this floor, though. It's very shiny. Or this block. And at this point, I'm actually just mostly running away from the enemies, because they're all the same things I've seen before. And I know roughly how much experience they are worth, and then we'll see how much the ones in the next area are worth, and see which ones we actually want to fight for experience. We're getting to the point where the gap between the big experience and small experience monsters is smaller. As I've probably mentioned before, but bigger groups are always better, in any case. Still looking for the rare monsters, so... Gotta check out every blip on the radar, basically. Just in case. Oop, I didn't see that guy. Alright. Treasure is treasure. Watch it be a disc poison. I have so many of those. I keep getting it. Oh, God. That was not worth it. Oh, man. Ugh. Okay, safe. I'm getting a lot of enemy groups with those Mayas in them. The Mayas are generally never worth fighting. They're not worth very much experience, even at the beginning. So, okay, one floor away from where we'll start seeing the monsters we actually need. Oh, let's just go. Yep. I'll just go around the floors here and see if I can find them. There's the stairs. It's odd that she doesn't detect a change on these floors. Because these are the floors with actual different monsters.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
These are death twins. I don't remember what they do, but I'm pretty sure they have a chance of doing strike attacks, so let's not have a dude who's weak to strike attacks. Let's just have a physical dude. And just hit him with something. And these things are weak to fire pretty regularly.
Electricity doesn't seem to work.
There we go.
I failed to fit.
It's weak against strikes.
Oh.
Hit it.
Oh, there we go. Strike attacks, eh?
2 enemies left.
Well, let's see what we got. Twin shot is a pierce attack. No. Doesn't look like it. Bash! Bash is a strike attack. Oh, so the Herculean strike is too. There we go. Smote!
Enemy defeated.
Kill them, fancy cat guy.
Down. Let's finish this. You'll fall by
good to use new personas.
What an easy win.
Ooh, Flaros. I'll just take the experience, which is not worth it. I should have taken the persona. That's the higher fan I was looking to make, but I was waiting until it was higher level. I probably shouldn't have picked it up anyway, because when I make one, it'll might get a heart and create an item. So.
There are 2 strong enemies. Attack!
All right, here they are. The
Give
things
me a
we're
sec.
looking for.
I'll scan the target.
What do we want to do for this? I'll go ahead and hit them with a physical attack until we see what they're weak to. Did a lot of damage. Oh, there we go. I like how they stay in their chairs. Well, I mean, they're shadows. They're probably actually attached to the chair, but I think it'd be funny if they fell out.
Okay, everything's going according to plan.
I should really take those gloves off of him. They cause fear on a hit. Persona I can't get. And that's sometimes detrimental to what I want to do. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Let me get one of them. I think we need 5? Oh, and if you're wondering why I have that party with me, it's because they're lowest level. I think I need 5 of these. It's usually how it goes. 3 from the rares and 5 from the normal. Yeah. So we've got 2 of these, I think. Yeah, we have 2 of those and 1 of those. So we need 4 more of these and 3 more of these. And those massive wheels are just things you sell for money. Alright. Let's hope these Empresses are more common than other enemies.
There are 2 strong enemies. Attack!
Alright, here's
Give me a sec.
another
I'll scan the
enemy.
target.
This, I think, shares the name of another boss. I believe that they're weak to fire. But the dog can use fire. We'll see. Well, that was bad. It might be weak to ice.
I summon thee!
I don't remember. Nope.
Ice is ineffective.
It seems like it's weak against fire.
There we go. One of the advantages of the dog is that the dog has a slightly higher hit rate than Akihito. The disadvantage is that he's much weaker when using physical attacks, and they have about the same strength using magical attacks. I think the dog's a little bit stronger. There's that Flaros again. Just keep our eye on the money. Okay. Not much experience from those guys, but that's alright.
My skills have improved.
More than enough. Well, not really. But now we're at a high enough level that we get a lot of potential encounters. Right, I want to heal myself. And one of the reasons I have this guy, kept this guy equipped, is because he can regenerate, as you've probably noticed. So that I regenerate both health and SP each turn.
There are 2 strong enemies. Attack!
Alright, a couple more
Give me a
new
sec.
enemies.
I'll scan the target.
Brave Wheels. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and guess that they are weak to ice. They could be weak to wind. Fire enemies are sometimes weak to wind, but we'll just... Yep!
That's the way.
So it's a big stretch to guess that the guys that are covered in fire are weak to ice.
I've been waiting for this.
Which isn't always true. So... Didn't kill him though, but
Let's go. I couldn't finish it off.
what is your problem?
It's weak against ice. Use Bufu skills.
Ooh, gigantic fist is a bad attack, and Agidyne. We're getting a bit behind in the arms race here, but then again, you know, when has that ever been not true? Hell, we're like 5 levels behind those guys. Ooh, level 6 weapon. Nope, that's not what I thought it was. I don't even know if we're on the right floor for those. And the dog leveled up. Cool. Alright, let's keep looking. Alright, nothing else on this floor. And we'll just go up to the next boss area. And then I guess we'll keep searching and then probably call it a session. Wonder what this guy is. Just another tank. And a Pacha gem. Alright. Not the best, but it's better than a oops. Better than a disc poison. I swear I had like 50 of those things once. And there aren't that many enemies to poison. Looks like my hope that the Empress enemies were common is kind of... Get out of my way! Now you're getting in my way? Stupid dog. Ah. Oh man. Somehow that was an enemy advantage, and that did not go well. So, yeah. The dog died. Okay. It was worth it for a Mabufu gem. Okay, I'm not gonna fight that guy. If I can avoid him. Not really, but just run to the exit. It's fine. So, okay. We're getting pretty close. The bosses are sometimes pretty close together. And this. Like, every enemy I'm running into has friggin' wheels. Very bad.
Strike first, but be careful.
Alright, we got a couple of new enemies here, breathing tiaras,
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
which are sometimes weak to fire, like we've seen before, but
Good choice. The enemy
Now's
is
our
down.
chance.
we'll check ice, I guess.
That's the way.
Oh, okay. That makes this easier.
Good choice. The enemy is down.
I've been waiting for this.
The funny thing is that that Mitama guy is actually like an electricity
Last round.
dude.
Don't let your guard down.
The analysis failed.
Well, that's one way to do it.
This appears to be just the beginning.
And a shuffle. Awesome. But a useless, crappy shuffle. At least it's easy. I'm not going to complain about 500 experience. Alright. Okay. Scrap. Scrap. good for you. I think so. I think that amount of SP is not really that valuable. Alright, it looks like a small guy. Small guys typically aren't worth fighting, so I'm going up. Because they're mostly powerful enemies that aren't single groups or just one guy. And unless you're actually looking for something specific there, ooh, a rare guy. Group over here. Which way is he facing? It's hard to see. Is he following? Ah, he was just stuck. Okay, we leveled up. And we got 2 of the handguards, so we don't actually have to fight those anymore. It really sucks to have rare enemies give you a shuffle with nothing but cards. Level 40 actually gives us the ability to make a couple of really good personas, which I'm not going to do yet. But, yeah.
My skill level has increased.
And, it's your leveled up. That's good. So now we're not under pressure to find the difficult enemies, I should say. Which are actually pretty hard to find sometimes. Now I just have to find the common enemies mixed with all the rabble. Which can oftentimes be harder. Yeah. I actually like the difficult enemies that are weak to instant death attacks because, well, not only are instant death attacks, you know, just really fast to defeat them with, you also have 2 party members that have them. Yeah, I got 1 more mirror. Just need 3 more. And the coin. Okay. Looks like we've explored this floor sufficiently, at least. Reason to go all the way to the end. Might have death come after us. I don't think I've actually shown death on screen. I'm not going to fight him, though. 135th floor. Okay. We're 5 floors away. Gotta be careful going around corners, in case it's one of the rare guys. Because they'll run away, obviously. Alright, so we've got the other 3 Empress's Mirror.
My skills have improved.
And people leveled up. By people, I mean Akihiko and the dog. I also accidentally picked up one of those Flaroses. That's fine. We'll just end up making another one later. So now we're just looking for the rare dudes and trying to get up to the top. Got a rare guy over here. Nope. And so forth. And of course looking for treasure and all that stuff. There's nothing over there. So I guess we have to go this way. Really though, we're in good shape. I won't have to actually grind off screen a whole lot. Okay. Okay, I can go past this pretty safely. I love these little plateau thingies. Make my life a lot easier. Oop. There's the stairs. Alright. Then I'll probably have to look for the rare monsters off screen. I saw, like, I thought it was really funny that the first enemy I saw was one, and then it got away. But, them's the breaks, as they say. I'm gonna try too hard to go out of my way. I know that. You've said that like 3 times already. Much that way. Much this way. We'll commit to this direction now. No reason not to. As far as the next boss fight, I don't really have any. I really don't have any relevant advice, since it doesn't really have any strengths or weaknesses. I mean, it does have strengths, but like it doesn't have any weaknesses that are exploitable. So, unfortunately, it's just kind of a fight you have to win by luck and brute force, and not bringing people with you that are going to be a detriment to your party. Mitsuru, in this case, being one of the people you don't want to bring, because it is a fire-based monster. Of course, the last one was too, but it had a weakness to her attacks, and I could exploit that pretty well. Well, that could have been exceedingly bad. Okay. But, that's what I get for not really paying attention and going around the corner. Many monsters here. There was a chest back there, I know. I'm gonna go back and look. I just wanted to make that guy stop following me. What's over here?
Akihiko-senpai's hurt.
Oh.
Keep an eye on him.
I suppose I should deal with that. Or you should deal with that. Okay. Oh. Alright, let's not fuck with that. Well, lots of experience. I'll go ahead and fight him. I don't like that angle, but... Holy crap!
My skill level has increased.
3,000 experience. That was a lot. I'm glad I ended up fighting that guy. That was 3,300 experience with a level 5 wand, so it just didn't give me base 3,000 experience. Obviously. I don't know what the modifiers are for each level of wand, but you get a substantial return at the higher levels. It's always good. Alright, chest over here. It's over there. Let's see what it is. Well, it's worth coming back for, I guess. That's almost a persona at lower levels. Not a persona now. They cost like almost 200,000 at this point. So let's go around here. 2 more floors before the teleporter. And then we'll just off-screen the rest of it. Maybe we'll get lucky and find the coin guys on this floor. Yeah, that looks so far. Oop. Okay, that's not. You guys not facing the right direction. I'm just gonna come in and ninja his treasure. Oh, there it is. Stairs up. Now this is one of those single bosses. So, yeah. Just to kind of illustrate what we're up against here. And they're usually much harder than the multiple ones, but sometimes they're not. This one, however, is. He's even got almighty attacks, so there's no real way to, resist him completely. And he uses fears. So. And instant death, I believe. He's just overall a pain in the ass. Alright, so I'm going to save here and switch my party members, and then I'm going to grind, and I'll be back when either I'm ready to go, or I'm ready to fight the boss, or ready to fuse up a bunch of stuff. One of those options. So.